This week, we continue to read Hard-Boiled Wonderland and the End of the World by Haruki Murakami. On chapter 29, we see as the narrator and the chubby girl approach the lab, he gets a boner, which apparently is relevant. Anyhow, they find everything carefully looted. Everything is trashed, but the things they actually need. They then head towards the Inkling sacred ground in search of the grandfather. We learn that the beast's salvation is through carnage. Then they are reincarnated to live the same fate. The librarian wants to please the dream reader sexually, however he refuses. We learn that the librarian can recall pretty much anything except feelings or emotions. The dream reader wants to remember music, but can't. He believes an instrument might help. Pretty much the whole chapter revolves around the struggle through the caves with leeches and the climb due to the rising water. However, the narrator realizes that in the experiment, his memories were erased to fit the shuffling. He gets furious, which is a pretty important part. The gatekeeper tells the dream reader that the caretaker might have an instrument. The caretaker is a nobody. The shadow works with the gatekeeper, butchering unicorns. The shadow, weakened, meets the dream reader at the shadow grounds. They part ways in seemingly discontent, just as they had planned. They reach the professor in the cave, and they start talking about the experiment and about him. The narrator and the librarian travel to the power station, which is empty, until they reach the middle of it to find the caretaker. The caretaker is just the opposite of the gatekeeper. Since they can't understand each other quite well, they follow the caretaker home. Here we learn that the caretaker and his shadow were not properly separated. The dream reader and the librarian have lunch with the caretaker. The caretaker has a collection of instruments from which the dream reader takes one. The narrator and the chubby girl leave and they travel a long distance towards the station. They are closely followed by Inklings and the narrator starts to hear them. They both have a discussion on the morality of science and the chubby girl tries to defend her grandfather. The narrator can't recall melodies. Some man in the freezing cold are digging a hole, which probably is a tombstone. Then the coroner returns to tell the dream reader that his shadow is very sick and will surely die. He encourages to visit his shadow one last time, to which he replies, "As soon as I can."